It is very nice to greet you again. In today's video we will talk about the following. What you and your ex should do before getting back together. The idea here is to resolve the issues that may have contributed to the relationship ending. Take responsibility. Recognize your mistakes. And then figure out how not to make the same mistakes in the future. Keep in mind that this isn't really about getting back with your ex. It's all about you. You do it because you don't want to be the type of person who pushes away loved ones. You don't want to be the type of person who goes around in circles blaming others for their problems. You want to be someone who recognizes their mistakes and learns from them. Ask yourself what resentments you have toward your ex. Okay, enough blaming yourself for everything that went wrong. It takes two to tango, as the saying goes. Surely you can't be serious when you think that you are the only one responsible for the breakup. Seriously speaking, many people tend to forget that both of them, as a couple, have relationship dynamics and patterns that caused the breakup. And they both contributed to that pattern and the dynamic. Sure, you or your ex may have had a major contribution to what caused the breakup, such as negligence or, in extreme cases, infidelity. But your ex also had at least some role to play. For example, if you had neediness and insecurity in the relationship, what was your ex's behavior that caused this neediness or insecurity? Unless you were a complete emotional wreck, your ex was also subtly doing things that contributed to your insecurity. What can your ex do to fix what he or she did wrong? It's not about what your ex should have done or what you think he or she should do. What they really need to do and whether or not they are willing to do it will be discussed when you actually talk to him or her about it. Give yourself enough time to heal. Many people tend to rush this process and try to reverse their breakup as soon as possible. It makes sense to them because the sooner they get back together, the easier it will be. But you must give yourself some time. Because if you don't do it and try to speed up this process, you run the risk of repeating the same patterns and pushing your ex away. And even if you succeed, you may have a big argument and break up again. And if you break up a second time, it will be even harder to get back together, although it is possible. What happens if your ex moves on during this time? Your ex will not move on during this time. In fact, if you've both been respectful of each other, you may even keep in touch intermittently during these 30 to 60 days. If you told your ex that you were going to work on your personal growth before walking away, then there is a good chance that this time you will focus on working on his or her growth as well. This is especially true if you've both talked about getting back together and you both agree that your relationship is worth it. Yes, there's a chance your ex could date other people during this time, but that's probably just part of growing up. Remember, other experiences actually help people get back together if they realize that the relationship was really special. An important part of recovery is trying to understand your limits and what is non-negotiable in a relationship. This is also an important exercise when you are trying to rebuild your self-esteem, understand and accept yourself. You should be in a healthy state of mind before you decide to approach your ex and get to know each other again. Essentially, you need to have an abundance mindset before talking to your ex. Because your beliefs will influence your actions. If you believe this is your only chance at happiness, your actions will appear to come from desperation. But if you believe you deserve love and happiness, with or without your ex, you can be completely honest about your intentions of wanting your ex back and still look confident. This part is pretty simple. When you feel that you have grown enough and have a good understanding of what caused the breakup and what can or can be done to fix it, contact your ex. You are an essential part of what we do on this channel. For this reason, we keep an eye on what you need, and if it is your desire to recover your ex correctly and effectively, you must click on the link below.